Alright folks, it's time for another dramatic blog reading. This one's a pretty serious subject, so trigger warning. Bampot violates human rights. Now what is Bampot? Well, I'll tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was a cafe called Bampot House of Tea, and the owners felt bad about imposing a vaccine mandate, so they sold their baby to Alex Moore, who had no qualms. Fast forward to September 2023, the mandates are long gone, but Moore continues to divide society. He informed me that attendance at his venue would be permanently disallowed for me on the basis of two Facebook statuses, one that quote-unquote ghosting is wrong, and another an oblique remark about Russell Brand's failed deplatforming, which we now know was paid for by Moderna. I complained immediately to the Human Rights Tribunal of Ontario, and they asked for more details in December. Today, the fate of free speech in Canada hangs in the balance. Could Second Cup ban Conservative voters? Could Tim Hortons ban the Libs? Yes, they could, if I do not establish a precedent today with Alex and Bampot. All moral statements made online must not be grounds for who can enter a business and purchase goods or services. That is the province of private clubs only, under Ontario human rights law. So, boycott Bampot House of Tea today until they repent and formally apologize for regulating the speech of customers and acknowledge the harm that comes to the community when they engage in what results in a chilling effect. Why do they even care? Well, I suspect the time is explained by something I did a few weeks before. I reported a rapist to an event host at the venue, and I found out they'd been dating the rapist's partner, and they seemed to want him at their events. They said the rapist had been punished enough, and I replied that they may not know the full extent of the person's crimes, and that knowing what I know, there is no amount of punishment that would make me feel comfortable with, for example, my wife being alone in a room with him. Just, calibrate what we're talking about here. In response to this, the event host simply blocked me, and soon after, the cafe found a reason to ban me, which I'm forced to conclude was also in response to this. Hashtag Bampot Violates Human Rights. Oh yeah, the owner also refused to tell me if he would ban the rapist or not, saying it was up to them. Well, it's up to us because we can vote with our wallets. Hashtag Bampot Violates Human Rights.